So, 60K subscribers. Big number, big happy, I guess. Really, I'm not too concerned about a subscriber number. I mean, it does feel good when, like, the number goes up, but I know, personally at least, I don't really use subscribing as more of a, hey, you're doing a good job, man, sort of thing. I kind of just let YouTube recommends show whatever I want, or, search for old favorites. But hey, thank you for clicking the funny little button, for watching my videos, or just, being here. Thank you. Anyway, you're here for a Q&A, right? We hope you enjoy the gameplay, the unrelated stuff. Anyway, questions! Funny questions, yeah. You gay? Is that some sort of university? I've never been there. Do I have other Sonas? I have a couple old ones that I've put aside. There's like Talipo, because I really like that old horror story. I had Queen when I was thinking about being transgender, so I had a Sona who was going through hormone replacement therapy. He's really cool though. I decided that he stopped and just kind of became like mega femboy. I remember this was a goat dude who kind of was like a precursor Mynty, because he was like a super gardener and he got blessed by Mother Nature. I think there was some edgy gold dude who was like cursed to be gold because he was like some greedy rich dude. Maybe one or two I'm forgetting, but yeah, I had a couple. Do I have a Blahai? No. There's even a special role in my private server for people who have it, and I don't have it. I kind of want it, but I already have so many other plushies. I have like a little Don't Starve spider, I have a bee, I have a moth, I have a couple of bees, I have a bunch of hedgehogs and little silly things like that. I'm sure I still have plenty of love left for a shark, but I don't have one yet. Alright, and you've got quite a few questions, so I'll keep my individual answers a little bit short. Sorry. Inspiration for my green leaf cat for Sona. Plants. I like forest. I love the color green. Inspiration for my channel. People said I had a nice voice and I wanted to try because it sounded like fun. My older videos, well, I wanted to make them. I wanted to make the mouse video stuff to, try sticking my toes into live play stuff. That was kind of fun to try. The meme stuff, I was just trying stuff. The black triangle figure, I don't know, it was like years and years ago. I was just making weird ass stuff. I was really depressed, and I wanted to try that, so why not? Planning on uploading ASMR's second channel. I know I want to upload once a week, but I don't have nearly the gumption to do that, and I feel so bad about that. I just need to like get off my ass and like write out like ideas and stuff and be like excited to record for that. Just the editing process sucks a little bit. Do I plan on making freaky ASMR?
I've already made them.
I've already made them, though obviously they're not going to be public here on YouTube and probably other places, because I don't know how much I want that to be floating around the internet. But they do exist. Asking borderline NSFW questions? I don't think so, no. I know I can be frisky and kind of saucy, but I don't want to be too NSFW here. Thank you. Pause or Moz? Well, I'm quite keen on pause, because those are quite a bit easier to enjoy, IRL or otherwise. Cats have nice soft little beans, and those are nice to poke at. And, fursuits have big, juicy beans just waiting to smother your wanting, blushing little face. Oh, I haven't experienced that firsthand yet, but gosh, I want to.
Do I like food?
I mean, yeah, I like pizza. Do I plan on giving viewers ways to support me? I've kind of been getting closer to allowing that. I really need to open like a Ko-fi or something where people can donate to me. I thought about doing maybe like memberships here on this channel where I give people early access to videos and maybe something small. Like maybe like a weekly Mynty Yaps where I just talk about something I'm interested in too. Because I don't know about that though, because I'm really not keen on like gatekeeping content from people. And super thanks here. I'm definitely not gonna like live stream, so there's not gonna be like live donations or anything. Cause I don't know, live streaming just doesn't vibe with me and the Mynty I want to be. I don't know. I just know that whatever I do, I always want it to be voluntary. I don't want to shove ads in people's faces. I hate ads. I really don't want people to be like bombarded by them when they watch my videos. Do you watch anime? And if so, what's your favorite? I don't really watch anime, frankly. Generally a lot of them, like, I kind of hate the, scantily clad lady, fan service, whatnot, or the ridiculous character stuff, but, I do like a few animes. Like, I like a lot of the old stuff. I love, like, old Star Blazers or, like, stuff. Gosh, there's a bunch of other, like, weird animes I swear I remember liking. Like, I think it was called, like, Ray Earth or something, and that was kind of cool. Old Pokemon, whatever. Modern stuff, I love. I really enjoyed, like, One Punch Man. That was pretty good. That was really fun. I love it. It was such a good parody on like superheroes and stuff. Especially with the modern superhero whatnot. I'm glad to see something refreshing and awesome with superheroes. And One Punch Man was awesome. When did you realize you should reject humanity and become a cute gay plant? I don't know. I remember I like bounced around between like a bunch of Sonas growing up, and at some point I kind of just had this idea of like this green plant critter thing, and I don't know, I just stuck with it and fleshed it out, and it's like, everyone's a human. Everyone's a boring human. Who wants to be just a boring human? Nah, cute gay forest dwelling plant for me, thank you. Would I rather have a big floof or a big tail? Well, I think I'd probably choose big tail. Big fluff is nice to be all fluffy, but I actually like being cold. I still want to have, like, fur, but big floof would be like awful hot and warm. And with a big tail, I could reach it around somebody, snaking it around their feet and the rest of their body, and greedily squeezing and hugging them like it's on my own big fluffy snake. And wouldn't that be lovely to capture eager little prey for, like, snuggles and stuff? Do I actually like kissing boys and ever kissed one before? Yes. My first one was the straight guy I had a crush on at the community college I went to ages ago. He was very, very polite and is still a bit of a friend of mine, though we don't talk much. And then I kissed another boy in Poland, and he was very nice. But I haven't kissed too much more. It's a bit of an intimate thing, and I haven't had many good chances to do that, but I don't know, I could certainly do a few more of that if I had the opportunity. Am I a boy or a girl? Well, I'm quite happily a boy. I frankly, I don't care too much when people confuse me as a girl. I wouldn't go to the point that say I'm like any all or they them. Because IRL, I'm quite happy being, like, perceived as a guy. I really don't mind it, but I also don't take offense from being seen as a girl. I appreciate having feminine aspects, because, I don't know, it just fits my whole aesthetic. Like, even IRL, some people mistake me. People hear my voice and think I'm a girl. People see my longish hair and see I'm a girl. I don't know. The short answer is, I am a boy, he, him, but I really don't mind having any other pronouns used for me. I know at least one straight guy really, really liked my voice, and he desperately wanted me to be his mommy for things, and paid me for stuff like that. Do I worship the Emperor? Oh, dear guardsman. The Emperor is my shield against corruption. He gives me strength. I literally have on my keychain a little itty bitty lasgun to think of him, and the Imperial Aquila. The birds. I literally wear those on my shirt every day. Not that you can totally recognize me in public now by realizing somebody's wearing that. Shush. But yeah, I love the Emperor. The Emperor protects. Dr. Pepper or Pepsi Max? Well, I know that you're speaking in support of Pepsi, but I'm gonna have to lean towards Dr. Pepper here. The caffeine, the lovely flavors. I love it. I never was really much of a Pepsi guy. How much can I meow in 10 seconds? Well, let's see. Meow 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 meow. That's probably enough. I don't know how many that was. You counted. Do I like spooky stories and monsters? Oh, you know it. I have been listening to like creepypastas for so long. I love horror games. Like, Repo has been great. Labyrinthine has been awesome. Labyrinthine is like not as well known, and it's a little bit simple because it's literally just run around randomly generated maze with a random theme and a random monster. But it's really, really, really spooky. Definitely not a quote unquote fun game, but if you want horror and scariness, that game is really good. Yeah, I love creepypastas. I've been listening to them for so long. Heck, for a Sleepy Time Mint, something I actually kind of wanted to do is I wanted to try recording stuff and like doing my own creepypasta stuff, like Spooky Paws or something dumb like that. But yeah, I love horror. How do you keep up with me when I'm doing web fishing? Well, I'm not exactly like... I kind of just do it whenever it feels right, whenever it feels like I want it. Web fishing is very calming to me, and it's a very nice way to interact with a few random people, and that's very nice to me. It feels a lot more personal than streaming, It's not that I'm putting myself on some grand platform above everyone else. Like, they can all hear my majestic voice while, all of you peasants are just mere text scrolling by. It's a nice way to live interact with people and, like, limit, 9 other people. It's very nice. And we're all on the same level. We're all just... There's a nice game still to play there, just fishing. And it's easy to just talk and stuff. And I don't have to worry about, background noise or anything. I can listen to music in the background. I can slurp. I can burp. I can eat. And I'm still interacting with people, and it's nice. But yeah, I just kind of do it randomly. Like, I don't have any schedule. I don't post anything in advance. I just say, every once in a while, I'll just say, hey, I'm going to be playing for the next hour, and then I'll remove the post. I don't know. I kind of like that. I know it's probably not the most professional way to do it, but it's how I'm gonna do it. Do I like kissing boys? Well, yeah. How do I learn Polish? I helped that I had a native speaker to hang out with, but I don't really know Polish all that much. I know a few scattered bits of it, because I remember I did a little bit of Duolingo, like the free crappy stuff, and that didn't end up taking me very far. And I remember I also watched some YouTube channels focused on focused on teaching it, and I remember not too much of that was picked up, but yeah. So I was talking about Vore at some point, and I will admit, yes, I know it is a bit silly, but I do tend to enjoy the Vore. Oral stuff is okay. It's probably the one that I've shown off more because it's definitely definitely the least directly NSFW, but I do tend to like other orifices, if you catch my drift. What's my fave color? Well, I'm sure you can probably guess what that is.
It's green.
Do I want to venture into other content as my community grows? Sort of. I recognize that this is kind of just a YouTuber curse, but it kind of encourages you to stick to like one thing. I've even started to recognize the specific patterns that makes a good thumbnail for my content. So I definitely recognize that that's how I get the biggest numbers. And frankly, I am pretty happy to, just post comic dubs, at least here. Sleepy Time Mint I might express a little bit more. If I got into playing a lot more role-playing game stuffs, I might post like live plays over there if I got good recordings. Because I have some really cool plans. Like I really, really want to do I want to play Daggerheart, but I want to do like a online role-playing game sort of inspiration where there's like an open world and zones with different dangers and a bunch of quests to find. That could be fun. I wanted to run that for some people. I mean, heck, I've honestly been desperate enough for players to play these sorts of games. I've been tempted to make a just public call, make a quick messy temporary server for people to be like, hey,
Come play role-playing games with me.
and get 4 or 5 people and put them in a room and get them all to play games with me, because I've been desperate to do that and I really, really want to do that because I love role-playing games and I want to play more of them. What kind of mint do I taste like? I don't want to say like spearmint. I want to say like a nice sweet peppermint. Like those little red and white candies are just so yummy. I love those. They're so tasty. I would imagine that if I tasted like any sort of peppermint, that would be the kind I'd taste like. How did I get into content creation? What was my inspiration? Well, dumb me kind of was like,
If I can make YouTube my job, then I'll have a great life. I'll enjoy it all.
but nah. I ended up getting most of the money I have from a real job.
A real boring one.
Yeah, that was part of my inspiration. Another one was I loved Voice Quail's work. I loved just how skillful she was. Have you heard Voice Quail's in her flippin' vocal range? And just how proud and prevalent her transness is in her content. It's so bold and powerful. It's oh, I wanted to do a bit of that, but for gay. And I also wanted to be help show the normality of gayness by it doesn't, something doesn't seem that normal if it's not prevalent in stuff. That's why a lot of people are wanting to see a good gay representation in media. I am trying to be some of that good gay representation here. Yes, a lot of my stuff is pretty amorous, but I try to lean more towards the whole lovey-dovey, genuinely really good, sweet, loving relationship sort of gayness than the sex, plap, 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 plap sort of stuff. And I hope I'm succeeding. But yeah, I was inspired by Voice Quails, and specifically focusing on the Boy Kisser stuff was heavily inspired by Kaboom. You have been such an inspiration with the original Boy Kisser dub, or your dubbing of Boy Kisser memes, your Boy Kisser ASMR. You have been amazing. Thank you. What was the inspiration behind my Sona? Well, I really like forests. Just walking through them, that comforting feeling of the nice cool air, the smell of the forest, the way of the trees sway in the breeze, the whisper of their leaves in the wind. It's very calming to me, and I kind of wanted to capture a character that captures that calming feeling of the forest at rest, yet still has that energy of a forest growing, that power that it has, that vastness. I don't know. I just like trees and green. Oh, who's my favorite character? Well, judging by your example, you're probably talking about comics or an artist character. I really like a lot of them. Obviously, Boy Kisser / Silly Cat, but he's a little bit divorced from his original creator. Mozzie made Silly Cat, but the internet made Boy Kisser, so I can't really say him. Noggy's cat is very, very cute, and I love him. I love his Ender Kitty. The pair from Weekend is lovely. Honestly, just a whole bunch of them. Does being a furry make you gayer at some point? I wouldn't say, really. I think it's just kind of a thing that a lot of gay people happen to be in the furry community. Like, there's plenty of straight furries, and that's perfectly valid to be. I think that specifically gayness amongst men in the furry community just kind of happens where, like, furry is very associated with cute, and cute is kind of associated with female presenting, feminine, so femboys and all that. So I think they kind of just naturally mesh together. And I think that the prevalence of femininity in men in the furry community kind of leads to, like, you know, people who might otherwise be straight or not realize that they're interested in men to, you know, expand their horizons a little bit and become gay. There is also, of course, a small percent chance that, you know, it's kind of a little bit of a stereotype that, oh, if you're furry, you've got to be gay. It's like, no. So I worry some people might be, like, putting themselves into that box and, like, no, just be yourself. Do what makes you feel happy, okay? Do what makes you feel happy. How do you become as pog as me? Spread joy. Support your friends. Make people smile. Make people happy. And be prideful. Pride does not necessarily mean that you are putting others down, but you believe that you are awesome. You have confidence in yourself. You know that you are awesome. You know that you are really cool, capable, and awesome. Hold on to that, and remember that other people are awesome too. Support their awesomeness. They'll help support yours. Hey, so I forgot to record a outro preemptively, so this is a little bit of a messy recording at the right as I'm done editing everything else. But hey, thank you for all the questions. It's been nice answering them all. I like answering a whole lot of them because, you know, a lot of people don't like actually answer that many questions when they do Q&As. They do like 2 or 3 and call it good. But anyway. By the time that I upload this, probably going to be traveling on my way to Norway for a good couple of days. I'll still be uploading like normal though. But yeah, thank you. Thank you, everyone. If you, for some reason, want to see the gameplay I had in the background of this, I uploaded the whole thing, complete with the commentary of me and Wild, who I was playing with at the time. Probably the closest thing you're probably going to get to a Mynty plays, so enjoy it. Anyway, bye. Mwah.